So there was another crazy story with Paris Hilton, right? Paris Hilton, she's the heir of the Hilton Hotel, right? She just had she has like 3 children right now.
Okay.
So she was recently out on this boat. It was a catamaran, and her 19-month-old child, Phoenix. There's video of him running around on the boat, having a great time. And she's out there with her husband, right? So it's Paris, her husband, and the 19-month-old child is running around having a great time. However, a lot of people got at her online because the baby was running around without a life jacket. And people's like, come on, Paris, you got to do a better job at that. And she is like, listen, thank you for caring and stuff like that, but I'm out there with my husband. We're following right behind him. We're watching him very closely, basically like, shut the F up. Ain't nothing going to happen. I'm the mom. I'm watching out for the kid. Don't worry about this. We're good. Right. We got it. Right? But a lot of people, they're just not having it. They're saying that she's basically not doing a good job as being a mother. She's a new-time mother. Maybe she's not knowing how to do a job the very best that she should be doing it. Okay. And people are like, and there's a lot of parents that are coming out. Like, we don't have kids, so whatever. But it's the same thing. We know that you should be a little more careful on that. But a lot of parents are coming for her like that, right? So do you think that she should be doing a better job as a parent? The kid's only 19 months old, right? What's wrong with putting a life jacket on there and just being safe? A lot of people are saying online that the kid could just go running and jump overboard, right? You know how kids are. I have a nephew, right? He's 2 right now. He runs, he's so fast, you can't catch these kids. By the time you just turn away for a half a second, you turn around, like, what the F? They're gone, right? So when you have a kid on a boat, 19 months old, without a life jacket, you turn like this, they could be overboard. So do you think that she should be doing a better job, and do you think that she should have made the child wear at least a life jacket?
Jay, is this really a story?
Yeah, it is.
Are you trolling me, dog?
Nope, because they're going at her big time.
Man, look, if Paris doesn't think the kid needs a life jacket, I'm okay with that. Here's what I know. I know when I go to the fitness center, we're not endorsing the gym, so I won't mention it by name, but it's a great gym. Okay. They have a pool. I see them little kids, infants, getting it in, bro. Right. Swimming far better than I ever could. Okay. So the hell am I supposed to, what am I supposed to say? Maybe that kid's one of them dudes, right? Falls in the water, can swim, and swims well.
Yeah, they swim better than a lot of adults.
Right. That's my point. Right. I don't know. Maybe that kid is.
Yeah, but not in the ocean.
I don't know.
The pool might be one thing.
Listen.
In the ocean, they should be more buoyant because of the salt water.
Yeah,
but Doc, you know what's up in them oceans? There's sharks.
But that's different. If there's a shark, a damn life jacket ain't gonna help you anyway, bro.
Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, well, that's
so
true.
what the hell is that, right?
Yeah.
My point is, it sounds like it's whether or not it's a safety thing, and I'm saying, maybe there's nothing to see here, man. Like, your kid's running around. Maybe the kid is that kid, knows how to swim. I see parents there, pushing their kids in, not pushing their kids, but working with their kids. These little kids. Some of them start out, they're crying and screaming and so on. The ones that are slightly a little bit older. Right. But it's necessary. Why? Because I was talking with some of the parents. There was one parent, one mother who I know. Right. And her son was in there. And so they start out, she said they start out by having the parents in a separate space in a different room where the kids can't see them. Right. So they won't even concentrate on them. She said, it broke my heart because I could hear my child crying, screaming for me. They were scared. But this is all in the event that they fall in the pool or anything like that, that they know what to do, and it teaches them. Shortly after that, not that same day, obviously, but after a few sessions, the kid's great. Now it's like, look, mommy, they're jumping off the high board. Now she's like, oh my God, not too much. Don't go up there. Stay over there. They're taking to it. You know what I mean? Right. Like, maybe Paris's kid was that kid. Okay. I don't know. I look at those kids. If I don't know, I would look at that child and be like, oh my God, go grab that kid. But meanwhile, this kid They're putting, some of them can't even jump. Some of them are so small. They're putting them in the water and the kids are swimming. It's amazing to see. I love it to see. So, nah, man, leave Paris alone, man.
No, but there's a point. We're not at the YMCA and they're not at a little pool.
Well,
they're in the ocean. They're in a catamaran, okay? And the kid is 19 months old.
That's older than I thought. Not older than I thought the kid was. I thought like it was over a year, so they're walking and running around. They're fine. They're old enough to say, "Help, get me up out of this shit."
They're not swimming.
They are.
And
swimming. Listen.
Listen.
You swim the pool, the ocean. Water's water, man. People, water
is not water.
Water is
okay.
when it comes to swimming.
There's pool water and there's ocean. I damn near drowned. I almost lost my life in the ocean.
Well, maybe
a few years ago. I know how to swim.
Maybe you need a life jacket, but that baby doesn't. Then
you know what? Did I even have? Oh, I didn't even have a life jacket.
Right. So
look, I didn't have a life jacket, and I know how to swim.
All that tells me is your ass shouldn't be running around on a boat, but the baby can.
No. Here's the thing. I shouldn't have jumped in the water, but I am way older than 19 months, unfortunately. And on top of that, there are so many times where parents are careless. So if there are people giving people advice online and parents, you know how many parents have left children in the back of cars and they die? Okay, in summer heat cars. So it's
Jay goes right there.
No, but I'm saying
deaths in the car, in the backseat of the car.
You're right. So basically, there are a lot of careless parents out there. So when people give advice, like people are giving advice online to parents, how they may be able to do things better as a parent. Why? Because they are parents themselves, and they're just giving advice. Hey, you may want to put a life jacket on your 19-month-old child. Why would you fight it? Why would you not just take the advice and say, hey, you know what? They may be right.
No, because
I might want to put that life jacket on my child and maybe save them.
So let me answer that. Why wouldn't they take the advice? Because maybe she already knew why it was there. So maybe Paris is thinking, mind your blood clot business. Like, I know.
Yeah, she's probably just being a little defensive.
I know.
You know how many people are defensive? When you get good advice, right? Just accept it.
How do you
just say, you know what? You're right.
Well, maybe she didn't need the advice.
Of course she needed the advice.
What?
Let me ask you something. Do you think that was bad advice? That everyone is giving her online? Is that bad advice to put a life jacket on?
I don't know if it's good advice.
Okay. You don't know if it's good advice. Come on, bro. You're a smart man.
Well,
okay.
Thank you for the compliment.
So right. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, man. You earned it. You earned it. So let me ask you something.
Okay.
So how could that be? How can you not know that's good advice?
Meaning when I say good, I mean necessary. Maybe it's not necessary.
Well, you said good. So you might So you want to change it up now.
No,
you want to change it from good to necessary.
I'm clarifying. I said when I say good, I meant was it necessary.
Okay.
Right? And so was it necessary advice? Maybe not. I'll go back to what I said before. Maybe so based off the way that you reported the story, the kid's running, they're running behind the kid.
Yeah.
Right? So they're engaged with the kid. It's not like they're in a different part of the boat and the kid's running around by themselves, falls in. They don't even know where the kid is. They're running around playing with the kid. So maybe in that instance, they're right there with the kid. Maybe the kid knows how to swim. Maybe it's all these things. My point is, I don't know. These people that don't know. And here's the other thing too. You do something for someone, do it from the goodness of your heart, right? And stop.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm going to tell you what I mean. Do it from the goodness of your heart, and stop worrying about how people respond to it, whether they acknowledge it, whether they don't acknowledge it, whether they're grateful, whether they're not. If you were caught up in that, then don't say anything and don't do anything for anyone. Do it because that's what your soul tells you to do. Hold the door for someone. Someone sneezes, you say thank you. Stop looking for someone to now acknowledge what you did for them. And you want them to acknowledge the way that you want them to acknowledge to. You say or do something because that's what you want to do. It's from the goodness of your heart. That's it.
Yeah.
Stop looking for, well, why would she respond? Like, she didn't have to do that. Well, then don't say anything. Then mind your business. Then mind your ever-loving business. Move on, leave it alone, and just leave it there at that.
There's a difference if you're giving me advice and say, hey, Jay, maybe you should really take this girl out to this really nice restaurant up on 5th Avenue and 51st Street. And I say, yeah, okay, thanks for the advice, but you know what? I'd rather just take her to Applebee's, right? There's a difference in advice like that. Or a parent giving another parent advice, you might want to put a life jacket on your 19-month-old, because the difference on those two situations, there's a life and a chance where you might die, lose your life, right? It's a life and death chance, an opportunity that might happen, and they are pushing back on her because she's just not taking it seriously. If I don't want to take your advice for a restaurant, that's different from her not taking advice from these parents about putting a life jacket and the saving the life of Phoenix, where it might happen, right? So yeah, they're gonna push back on that because of that reason, because it's such a serious nature. You see what I'm saying?
It's in the eyes of the beholder.
What do you mean it's the eyes of the beholder?
Right. You find it.
There's advice and then there's advice.
You find it uber sensitive, right? It's a matter of life and death, and someone can die. What if she doesn't see it that way?
Well, she should.
No,
and that's the problem where she kind of just brushed them off.
Right, because she disagrees, and she can do that. And people are like upset that
I don't really know if she disagrees.
People are upset because she responded how she responded, or didn't respond the way they felt that she needed to respond. Then shut up. Don't give advice then. And if you do it because it's from the goodness of your heart, because you feel that this is what you need to do. Okay. Let the chips fall where they may. Mm-hmm. Let the chips fall where they may. I see this sometimes, not exactly like this, but I see this at times where someone will hold the door for someone, and that person will just walk right through and not say a word. And the person holding the door will go, well, damn, you could say thank you. You could say something. What you're saying.
Right, yeah. Right.
I literally had to say this to someone, said, why you hold the door? Well, they could say, I'm like, why are you upset? Well, they could have said,
you didn't say thank you?
Well, and I said, no, it wasn't me.
Oh, was it you? Okay,
was upset that someone else.
I get it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I said, what are you upset about? Because it's rude. And sitting there, hold the door. You can just say thank you. I said, what you're saying. That's your value system.
Right.
You hold the door because it's what you've been taught, or it's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Stop doing that and then expecting someone to share the same value system that you want to. If you're going to be out of sorts when someone doesn't bow to your feet and thank you and said, oh my God, I'm not worthy, then don't hold the damn door. Mm-hmm. It ain't worth getting upset because someone that you have no idea who it is, you don't know this person, you don't know where they come from, their values, anything, whatever it is, all of a sudden, you're going to put some credence into this person?
Right.
You're looking for them to thank you and validate you because you feel like you did something honorable? Miss me with that bullshit, man. Then don't hold the door. Let them open their own damn door.
I agree with you in generally. I do. Mm-hmm. I do, generally speaking. If you're going to do something for someone, just doing it out of the kindness of your heart and leave it alone. Right. This situation is just a little bit different, bro.
Only because you believe
if
the person receiving the information or what you said to them, you're assuming that they see it or should see it the way that you do. If based off what you're saying, if based on what you're, if it's based off of what how you're reporting it, then they are playing with the child.
I just told you I have a nephew where they are playing
with the child. So
I'm just saying kids they run around. They are here 1 second and they are gone the next. They are the fastest little things as well, and you can't catch them in time.
Listen,
you just can't.
With all due respect, that's a mother with her child. You don't have children,
right? That's true. That's true.
I'm going to.
I have a nephew. I do.
You know what? All of the parents just groaned when you said I had a nephew.
Well, as if it's the same. I'm giving you an example of
as if it's the
kids
same
are
thing.
so fast, especially when you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
I
just don't see how it can hurt by having a life jacket.
I'm going to lean towards the mom and say,
so you think she made the best?
No one loves that child more than
of course.
that mother
Right.
does.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
if she, the risk level is as such that she felt fine and comfortable because she's there with the child. And as I said, that kid could be an Olympic swimmer for all we know.
Ain't
Hell,
no
maybe
Olympic
she
swimmer,
is
ain't no
one
Olympic
too.
swimmer,
I
right.
don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, right.
Here's what I do know.
Right.
If I said something to her about
Mm-hmm.
putting a life jacket on the kid, and she told me to mind my business and go kick rocks, she'd be well within her right. I'm not going to be out of sorts
Yeah.
on it.
That-
Or,
that's
you
all
know-
we could do
right?
is
So
give
you know what I
advice,
did?
right? What?
I didn't say anything. That's her and it's her and the kid. All
Right.
right. Whatever. Done. As I said, I don't see the big deal about it.
All right. Well, listen. As long as she's fine with it and she don't want to take the advice, it's all good. I just hope that little boy's all right.
Oh, he's fine. The kid's fine.
Well, he's fine, but I'm saying in the future, I hope it don't happen
The
again.
kid's fine. The kid's
It don't happen
fine. Don't
again.
even put that out there. This is her third child. I
It's
think
the third child,
She
so-
knows what she's doing, man.